Hey guys, good to see y'all. How's it going? Hey Chad, what's up, man? It's good to be back. I missed a couple lately. I've been out of the last 3 weeks. I've only been here once, so it's definitely good to be back. Last weekend with the 3 day weekend, I got all out of whack and everything got messed up, and I ended up not here again. So, old car auto guy, hey, how's it going? Thanks for coming into the room, man. I appreciate it. How are you doing? Getting a couple people in here now. That's cool. Another wonderful Sunday night. Hopefully we have a good little chat tonight and have a good stream. We can talk about anything you guys want. Doesn't matter. Cars, whatever. Doesn't have to be cars. We can talk about anything. So good to see you. It's good to be back. I always look forward to this, and since I missed it a couple times lately, it's kind of sucked a little bit, but it's good to be here. We're here now, so I had a fairly decent weekend. Hope you guys did. Anybody do anything fun? Anybody doing anything interesting, fun? I pretty much just hung around. I made a video today, and then I cooked a bunch of stuff today. Or not a bunch of stuff. I cooked some stuff today, and had a pretty good, relaxing day off. I only get one day off, but we'll see. I may be having some changes coming up here soon, so we shall see about that. But everything's been pretty good. Hey, ET Racing, what is going on? Oh, old car, you're in the hurricane area. Huh? Where you at? Where were you? I mean, where I know that thing went all the way up the damn coast, but where were you? Where are you? I should say. ET Racing, what's going on, man? Thanks for being here. New Brunswick head. Oh, okay, so yeah, it's you. Yep. Well, I'm glad you survived. Everything okay? Nothing damaged too much or anything? You guys, good to hear. Good to hear. Hasn't been a lot of. I mean, I know down in the as far as North America, as far as the United States and Canada went, we've got pretty lucky, I think, on the whole thing. But of course, some of the other places got nailed pretty hard, and there's very devastating, sad stuff to see. But man, Mother Nature is very powerful. Sean ran a 10.6 at 131. Damn. Holy man, that's fast. Geesh. That's awesome. Good to hear. Really good to hear. Wow. Very impressive. He's pretty damn good driver. That's pretty cool, man. I'm glad to see that. 10.6. Sheesh. So what's going on with Chad? How you doing up there, man? I just been hanging out all weekend, like I said, not doing much and just kind of hanging around. I worked till noon yesterday, so I had like a day and a half off for the weekend and go back in the morning. So it's better than nothing, better than not having any time off, but it does go by quick when you've only really got one complete day off. So, Scat Pack's running really good. Everything's cool with it. It's just about to turn over to 20,000 miles. So I'm going to try to catch that on video when it turns over. Chad is multitasking. He's having dinner and talking to us. So I had dinner. We had kind of an early dinner tonight. I had dinner a couple hours ago. Sometimes on Sunday we'll do it pretty early. And then there's lots of leftovers if somebody gets hungry later on. So, yeah. Today was my cheat day. I go 13 days on my low carb keto type thing and working out, and then I have one day every 2 weeks where I can go crazy. And today was my day, so I'm a little. My body's freaking out just a little bit from all the stuff I ate today that I don't normally eat. A little poisoned. Yep, love driving it. I'm gonna drive the hell out of it. So take care of it and drive it all the time, and we'll see. We'll see how that goes over the years, or if I keep it and not get something else. Yeah, I can't eat car. I can't eat normal, man. I can't. If I eat like a normal person, everything goes to hell. I gotta lay off the carbohydrates. Motley 392, what is up? How's it going? Oh, Tail Happy's here. Hey man, what's up? Tail Happy's here. Motley's here. ET Racing's here. Chad's here. Old Car Auto Guy's here. There's some other people here who haven't said anything yet. Becky is here. Yay, Becky's here. Hello, Becky. How's it going? And now it's official. It's an official live stream because Becky has arrived. And she's only a couple minutes late, so we'll let that slide since I wasn't here at all last week. Anybody got anything interesting coming up this week? Anything going on? Carbs and salt. You lost 123 pounds. Wow, that's awesome, dude. I lost about 60 once. And that was a long time ago. I was a lot bigger at one time and took off about 60 pounds doing low carb. Basically following, at the time I was following the Atkins program thing pretty much. Definitely works. And I feel like it's pretty easy to stick to for the most part too, because you can eat quite a bit of food in what you eat. So I like that part about it. Yeah, salt and carbs, all that sugar turns into fat. So fat does not. So definitely works. ET. Yep. Yeah, I was getting up there to where it was like, okay, I got to do something now, or it's going to be too late. And this is it was about 2011, I guess. So it was more than that. It was, quite a while ago, actually. It's longer ago than I thought. But I was getting pretty heavy. So I was like, oh, I better stop this now or I'm going to be humongous. And I finally decided to change what I ate and get some exercise and start hitting the gym and all that stuff. So. Good to see you, Becky, and everybody's here. We got a pretty good crowd already. That's nice. What's going on with Tail Happy? We've been having the weather's been perfect here. It's been about 80 degrees and really, really nice. It was a little bit gloomy today, but as far as the temperature in the comfort zone area, it was beautiful. So felt really good. It's been real nice. So they're pretty happy about that. Oh, we got pretty hot the other day, though. I think it was Thursday or something. We got like 90, 93 or 94. So it was pretty warm. It was pretty humid. But for the most part, we've been about 80 or so. It's been real nice. Mornings have been just a little bit cool, which is kind of nice. And yeah, Becky, I just want to do a little bit of a different video today. I just want to go for a ride and show you guys some of the interesting stuff. Maybe I'll be doing that once in a while that's around here. I don't know what those faces are. There is that little web page there that I put a link to on the explains about them a little bit, but they've been there for 100 and some years, a little over 100 years, I think those faces have been on there. So kind of an interesting story and interesting stuff. I don't know, just creepy, weird faces on the side of a building. Hey, ET Racing, take care, man. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. I really, really appreciate it. Tail Happy looked at a used Hellcat with 6,000 miles. It didn't have the red key, and all the tires were bald. They didn't have the red key. What the heck? How are they going to sell that? I mean, I guess you can get another one, but all the tires were bald. I can't believe they didn't throw some tires on it. I mean, I know that's not cheap, but you can get a reasonable set of tires for it for sure, make it a heck of a lot more sellable. Chad says he's the president of his local Tall Fat Cake Club. Oh, you ate one too. Chad's always funny. Always funny guy. I am kind of in love with that new color, that Hellraisin color that they came out with for the Challengers, and I can't stop thinking about that. I really want to get maybe a wide body Scat Pack in Hellraisin. I don't know. Yeah, he had that tail happy. I would assume that car was pretty beat on, all the bald tires and everything. I mean, a lot of them are gonna be, but I don't know why they wouldn't throw a set of tires on it. Anytime you buy a car like that used, you can assume somebody probably did a little bit of stuff with it. Calgary Rambler, what is going on? Hello. Thanks for being here. Good to see you. Thanks for coming into the room. We're just hanging out, talking, doing the normal Sunday night thing, talking about whatever, cars and whatever else comes to mind. I am still celebrating. I live in Nebraska, but I'm a Colorado Buffalo fan, so I'm not real popular around here because of that. But I'm very happy because the game yesterday, Colorado came back and beat Nebraska. Yeah, they got way behind and came back, so it was a great game and it was really fun. So. Calgary says he sees tall guy car reviews cars. So what did he sell? I haven't been paying attention to his channels in a while. It's been probably like maybe like 9 months since I've really watched much of his channel. I know I saw that he had bought some other cars and stuff. I'm not sure, what did he sell? Did he sell his Hellcat? Or he got rid of his Hellcat, didn't he? Or, I don't remember now. I know people have told me about some stuff that was going on over there, and I think I saw some thumbnails and stuff, but I didn't really watch the video. Yeah, Colorado has a 32-year-old kicker. He's 32. He's from, I forget, Norway or Sweden or something like that. I can't remember. Somewhere over there. Yeah, I mean, Nebraska was in a tough position there at the end. They had 4th and 14 or 15 or whatever it was, and a long field goal. The odds of either one of them are extremely slim, so he had to make a choice. I think he made the right choice. I probably would have done the same thing if I was him as the coach, but that's a tough choice. Picking up a 4th and 14 or 4th and 15 or whatever that was is highly, highly unlikely, and then making that field goal with a guy who doesn't usually kick field goals is also highly unlikely. But I think he probably chose the more likely of the two scenarios. Just didn't work out for them, which made me happy. But it was 17-0 Nebraska, and I was kind of like, oh, well, this game's over. I was really disappointed in my team because I thought they'd come out and play a good game, and I thought it would be a really close game, which it was. And I thought this is going to be a great game to watch, and it's going to be close, and hopefully Colorado can find a way to win it in the end. But when they got down 17-0, I hadn't given up, but I was pretty discouraged and like, well, I started kind of thinking of other stuff I could be doing instead of paying attention to the game. And I kind of did do some other stuff, and I had the game on the whole time, so I could hear it. But $26,000 for the Hellcat. Oh, Australia? Okay. I was off. I'm confused with somebody else, maybe. Yeah, I probably should go there and catch up on that channel. I haven't seen anything over there in a while, so hasn't really been in my news. Hasn't been in my feed a lot, or in my suggested videos a lot. I guess I should say. Not sure, I'm thinking of the wrong social media there, but you know what I mean. Hasn't been in my suggested videos much, probably because I just stopped watching it for a while because I got kind of bored with it. I have been watching Street Speed a little bit more lately because he's got some Corvette stuff going on and things like that, which interests me a lot more than his supercar stuff. So I've been watching that a little bit more. And the truck stuff that he does, I don't really not huge on. I like old pickup trucks. I like old classic pickup trucks a lot. But as far as the new stuff goes, they're all the same to me. So if I was going to buy one, I'd probably flip a coin to see which ones. I don't really not that into any of them. So Oh, I had a welcome message I was going to put on before it's still in the little box here I typed, but I didn't post it. Oh well, we'll take it out. So we got 7 people. 2 thumbs up. Come on, guys, give me some more thumbs up there. We got 6 people now. We'll see some thumbs up go. Come on, give me some thumbs ups. Oh yeah, that's right. How was Iron Maiden? Fantastic, cool, awesome. Yeah, I forgot about that. You went to see Iron Maiden. It's been a couple weeks since I talked to you. So, hell yeah, Iron Maiden. Yeah, I would love to see Iron Maiden again. I've seen them once. Yeah, way back at the Power Slave tour. And then I've never seen Judas Priest. I'd like to see them. Cool, your son loved it. That's good. Get the younger kids into some of this music. Fail happy he went to a car show, and of course, a Mustang really actually lost it leaving. You think they'd learn by now with all the videos. But he spared the crowd. Well, he didn't hit anybody. I guess we'll give him credit for not hitting anybody. I don't know. There's something inherently with those cars that makes them hard to back end kick out. I don't know what it is. I see a lot of guys come out of the shows and they come out and about halfway through turning out is when they punch it. They'd probably be a lot better off if they waited until they got everything straightened out before they did that. Sorry, guys. Saw Priest at Fiddler's Green in Denver during Ozfest. Great show. Cool. I've never seen them. I've never been to Fiddler's Green. I lived in Colorado all that time, and I went to tons of concerts at Red Rocks and the old McNichols Arena back in the day before they tore that down and built Pepsi Center, and a few at Mile High Stadium back in the day and all that stuff, and some at Folsom Field in Boulder. I have never been to a show at Fiddler's Green for some reason. I need to go to a couple concerts at least. I haven't been to one in so long. I can't remember what it would be. It's been a long time. I worked at quite a few in Colorado when I worked for the beer company. I worked for Coors and Miller out there, a Coors and Miller distributor. And so I was at a lot of concerts working of stuff I liked and stuff I didn't care for and stuff I would have never gone to in a million years, but I had to be there. So I was there. So I've seen everything from a bunch of country artists to a bunch of hip hop artists to old Motown tours to I saw Weird Al Yankovic and met him. He's actually a really nice guy. I met Willie Nelson working that. God, I was at about every kind of show. I saw Insane Clown Posse. I was at that show. Not that I would have ever gone to that, but I was working it. So yeah, I bet Tool tickets are crazy expensive. I would imagine everybody's been waiting on them forever. Concert tickets have gotten way more expensive because of nobody's selling records anymore. You can't make any money selling records hardly anymore. So you gotta try to make it touring with all the, technology now. It's difficult to make money from selling records and selling singles and everything else. So. Lacuna Coil's coming to Cleveland. You think you might go? Good band, good singer. She did that collaboration with Megadeth a few years ago. It was really cool. Yeah, not a juggalo, no. I tell you what though, they did. I mean, not my favorite. They did put on I would say, a very interesting show. The crowd definitely got their money's worth. Very a lot of crazy stuff going on, and It was a long time ago. God, must have been 15 years ago or something. I can't remember what year that would have been. It was a long time ago. I know that they, yeah, check it out. Tell Happy. The girl's name, what's her name? Christina? I can't remember anyway, but she did a duet thing with Dave Mustaine and Megadeth. But anyway, ICP put on a really good show that night. I mean, I was impressed by the show, and it was funny, and it was they definitely they left it all on the stage, that's for sure. And they did some I don't know, they brought out a doll likeness, life-size doll of Eminem, and did a lot of interesting things to the doll, shall say. I won't go into detail. Calgary, what does everyone think about the 2020 Corvette? I think it's beautiful. I think they're going to sell a bazillion of them. I think they already have. Yeah, I think they're going to sell a ton of those cars. It's a very good car, very cool car, very good looking car. It's quite impressive what they've done for the money, and yeah, it's going to be scary for some other car companies, I think, that are trying to make cars like that. So not a big. I mean, I've always loved Corvettes. Not a big Chevy fan other than the Corvette, really, or GM fan for that matter, especially recent ones. But that thing is beautiful, and they did a good job on it, and obviously a great performer. So pretty impressive. That's my take on the 2020 Corvette, anyway. Tab says their new album drops in October. Pretty heavy. Cool. Yeah, I gotta start listening to more music too. I keep finding myself stuck in the same 20 things that I listen to. I need to expand my like when I work out in the morning, I've been listening to the same like 3 or 4 bands all the time. I need to probably expand that out a little bit. Yeah, I saw that Motley 392. I don't know a lot about Post Malone, to be honest with you. I know the names. I hear it like every day, but I don't know. I would not trade my car for a 2020 Vet, no, but I would love to have a 2020 Vet in addition to the car. I always want to have a Challenger. I would love to have a Corvette along with a Challenger. I saw, who was it? Destroyer Gray Productions, Philip Chandler on Facebook. He just posted like an hour or two ago about how YouTuber, forget the name, Dude Perfect. You guys probably heard of it. I think I've came across it a couple times. But he made $81,000 per minute of uploaded content last year. So that's pretty impressive. So if I could just make a tiny bit of that, I'd buy me a Corvette. Just if I could make $81 per minute. It's amazing how some channels just explode and take off like that. I checked it out just a little bit after I read that. It looks like he does some interesting things on there. A lot of crazy stuff going on over there. I didn't really watch much, but I scanned through it real quick just to see what kind of channel it was. Some of the really big channels are, I hear their names a lot, but I don't actually watch them. So, what do you think of the 2020 Corvette, Calgary? What do you think of it? I know I've gone on the build your own website thing on there, and I've messed around with it quite a bit, trying to figure out exactly what I would build if I were ordering one. Yeah, I don't know. Look at I don't know. I have Phil Chandler as a friend on Facebook. That's Destroyer Gray Productions, and he just posted earlier about that guy made $81,000 per minute of upload, not per minute, every day, but per minute of uploaded. So if he puts up a 10-minute video, for every minute of that, he's making $81,000. Pretty impressive. I mean, that sounds extremely high to me, but I mean, it could be. He's got several million subscribers. So Calgary, you think it's long overdue? Yeah, I do too. You know, I mean, Zora Arkus Duntov was wanting to do a mid-engine Corvette back in the '60s, and that was his dream. And he's kind of like the Corvette guy. You know, he died a long time ago, but he wasn't the father of the Corvette because he didn't start the Corvette, but he saved the Corvette from being canceled by turning it into a real sports car back in the '60s and stuff, or late '50s and early '60s. But he always wanted to do the mid-engine Corvette. That was his dream. He was always pushing for it. Of course, GM never did it, and they did a few concept cars, a few experiments with mid-engine stuff, but they never made a true mid-engine real supercar sports car ever until now. So he's probably up there somewhere. If you are somewhere after you die, he's probably a happy man. And I think that when they come out with the the Z06, the ZR1, and all that, when those next models come out, one of those is probably going to have Zora's name on it. I would imagine they're going to call one of them the Zora or something. They really should, because that was his idea, his dream. He's the man. He's the Corvette man. So they should put his name on one of the super high performance versions of the C8. Yeah, like what that PewDiePie guy, 100 million subscribers. So that's just, that's ridiculous amounts of money going on. Plus they're making, all the other money besides just their AdSense money. They're making, merchandise money and sponsor money and all the other ways you can parlay your YouTube stuff into other things if you're smart about it. Yeah, it's amazing. Like some channels, and they're really not doing anything that fantastic. Really, they just happen to catch on. Personality has a lot to do with it. If you're certain people just click with the public more than others, and somebody says, "Joey, hey, Danette, what's up, Danette? Good to see you." Joey, it's okay to have a strong opinion and not be political. Oh well, yeah. I try to shy away from the political stuff, but I think it's hard to hide your political views nowadays. I mean, anything that comes up is even in today's video. There's a little quick thing that I said that would obviously give away what not that anybody didn't already know how I feel about things, but anyway, I've in the last month or so I've considered just trying to stop hiding. I mean, I'm not going to come out and make a bunch of political stuff because nobody wants to see that crap. It's all over the place anyway. But I may just, if I say something, I used to kind of sometimes I would edit it out, but I'm just going to stop doing that. I'm just going to be myself. So. Yeah, I said something in today's video that I probably shouldn't have said, but I was like, whatever, just leave it in there. It's okay. It wasn't anything too crazy. It was just kind of a funny little thing. But I want to make a video a day, but I also don't want to make like, here's how it works. Chevrolet sucks. So you're just talking about political in general, like all kinds of political, not just politics political. Yeah, I don't think Chevrolet sucks. I think that their current styling and stuff that they're doing is horrible, other than the Corvette. I think the Corvette is like all the way on the other end of the spectrum, is absolutely gorgeous, beautiful car. But everything else they're doing is just confusing me. It's like, I don't know. And I think even a lot of Chevy people are like, what are they doing? Everything looks, I don't know. There's trucks that are looking ugly, and they definitely got the ugliest trucks out there. I mean, that's just my opinion. Some people might really like them, but Chevy uses real people in their commercials, though. I'm trying to think if I've seen any Chevy commercials. I'm sure I have. I just don't remember. A lot of times I'll see commercials and then I don't remember what the hell they were for. I can remember like some funny thing about the commercial or something that someone did, and I'm thinking, what the hell was the product they were even selling? I think some of the commercials have gotten that way these days. They're so obsessed with entertaining us or making us laugh that they forget to actually promote the product that they're trying to sell us. Like the Super Bowl commercials, you know. Dodge has the best market. And that's just, I think, and I think a lot of people think that, even people who are Ford fans and Chevy fans, Dodge's marketing is really, really good, especially with the muscle car stuff. They really keep everybody intrigued, and they've done a really good job. And I think Chevy took a little page out of Dodge's book when for the Corvette stuff before it came out, with the little hints and the little clues and the ads and stuff like that. So they took a little page from the Dodge playbook there. I think it worked well. People got really excited about that car, which they would have been excited about a new Corvette anyway, but I think it just added that much more excitement. I have to see the Chevy tailgate commercial. It's the epitome of confusion. And I don't watch really any regular TV. I watch stuff on YouTube, so that's where most of the commercials I see will be on YouTube, because that's the only place I really watch anything. I don't really watch much regular television. Watch Netflix, which is getting horrible. There's nothing to watch on there anymore. I'm not sure why I keep doing it, but spend more time scanning around for something to watch than I ever watch. And about 75% of the stuff on there is political propaganda trying to get you to think a certain way. I had a Pontiac Fiero. I had a Pontiac Fiero GT with the was it 2.8 liter V6? Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think that's what it was. I only had it for a couple of months. I just bought it on a whim. I had some money in my pocket one day, and I saw one for sale. It was super cheap, and I stood there and looked at it. And I talked to the girl for a minute. Next thing I know, I was driving the damn thing home. I went to look at an old. I was going to look at an old '65 Ford pickup that I wanted to buy, and I stumbled across this Fiero, and somehow ended up with that car. It was just weird. It was fun to drive. It was like driving a little go kart or something. It wasn't very fast at all, but it handled pretty good. It definitely it was kind of, it reminded me of driving a go kart. You're about this far off the ground, and it was kind of fun. But I messed around with it for a couple months and did a couple things just to make it look better, and then I sold it for, I think, what I bought it for. So Brian, what is going on? Danette's here, Brian's here, Motley's here, Calgary, Tail Happy, Chad. But yeah, the yellow Fiero was the actual mid-engine to. Just about the time they got that car right is when they canceled it. It took them a couple of years there to get it to where it was a decent car, and then it got canceled. So, but it was a cheap piece. It was like the interior and all the trim and all that stuff in that car was absolute junk, just like all the cars back then pretty much were. But just hard plastic, breaking, snapping plastic crap, everything about it. But it was kind of fun. I'm trying to remember if, yeah, still are. I'm trying to remember. I made a video maybe a year and a half ago or so about every car I ever owned, and I'm trying to remember if I forgot about the Fiero. I might have. I'm going to go watch that video. I don't know if I put the Fiero in there or not. 'Cause I had it for such a short time. I've had so many cars. I know I forgot at least a couple of them probably. So. Yeah, the Fiero shared parts with a lot of things. I think they pretty good majority of everything in it was, especially back in GM, and they still do, but more so back then. All the cars were a lot of the same parts, tons of the same parts. I think so. So. The net says that's not saying much. I don't think the net's much of a General Motors fan. I had a Ford Escort, not a wagon, but I did have a Ford Escort for a while. It was actually a pretty good car. Yeah, yeah, Chad. If you had five, you could have a Fiero and a couple citations to pull parts off of. I wonder how many Fieros are still on the road. I wonder how many they sold altogether and how many are still on the road. There's a Motor Week Classic or whatever video on YouTube that show Motor Week on used to be on PBS. I don't know if it still is or not, but they show all their classic ones. And there's one episode where they do the Fiero. I don't know if it's the GT. I think it's the regular Fiero. Can't remember now, but first is the Toyota MR2. It seems like they came out pretty even. I think the MR2 was a little quicker, and I think the Fiero might have. I think it had better braking and maybe better handling. I can't remember now, but I watched it recently. It's been within the last couple of months. I actually came across that video and watched it. But yeah, when that car first came out, it was kind of cool. When the Fiero first came out, I remember being a kid. I was like, it was actually pretty cool. At first, everyone thought it was cool anyway. You gotta think of the times back then, though. I mean, there was nothing to get excited about car wise back in those days. You had Corvettes and you had Camaros and Firebirds and Mustangs, and really not much else to get too excited about. Some of the Datsun or Nissan Z cars and all that, but really, when the Fiero came out, it was one of the few attempts at having a cool car that any car company was even doing. So at the time, it was kind of cool. Chad says there's a Formula Fiero a couple blocks from him. He's never seen it move. I know in all the V6s like mine that had those dog bone motor mounts, and they were every one of them I've ever seen is broken in half. Mine was broken in half too, and I had that same mount on a Pontiac 6000 wagon, and it was broken as well. And that car also, when I bought it, came with mice that I didn't realize were in there till I got home. I drove it quite a ways home and got out, started opening stuff up to look around, and there was a lot of mice in the car running all over the place that I had just driven home with for 45 minutes. I don't like mice. I'm not real thrilled with mice. Calgary had a choice between a Fiero GT and a 1986 Nissan 300ZX Turbo. Well, of course, yeah, much nicer car. But I know there's still Fiero people out there, and there's still guys who collect them and looking for them. As a matter of fact, when I sold mine back in the day, it was some guy who he was really into them, and I think he had a couple other ones. And 0 to 60 eventually. Yeah, Molly, 77 Pinto. But you still see a few Pintos on the road, though, so they must not be all bad. You see a few of them still cruising around. Yeah, Chad, I hate the Mises to pieces, too. I do not like rodents. Okay, we'll change the subject, Danette. You change. What do you want to talk about, Danette? We'll stop the Fiero talk. We'll start all Fiero all the time, chat. Yeah, the Vega. The Vega was probably a little better looking than the Pinto, maybe, in my opinion. But you don't see very many Vegas still driving. You don't see either one of them really anymore, but I see a few Pintos. I haven't seen a Vega rolling in decades, I don't think. Calgary Rambler, neighbor of yours, drives a 7427 Corvette. Nice. Daily drives it. Wow. Sweet. That's cool, man. Yeah, those are nice cars. Very nice cars. I used to really be into Corvettes when I was younger. I really, really was into Corvettes, and he'd come to my apartment back in the day, and I'd have Corvette magazines and books and videos and everything laying all over the place. Don't have too many cool cars in my neighborhood or in my town, for that matter. Small town, about 1,800 or so people. So I have watched the Mecum auctions, not lately. And I usually try to catch Barrett Jackson stuff when it's on a little bit. I like watching that stuff. It's fun to watch. You haven't watched any of the Mecum stuff in a while. I come to think it's probably been a while, but I do like watching auctions. It's fun. It would be fun to be able to go and bid on stuff. That would be awesome, or even just to be there for that matter. But pretty much, cool classic car after car, they're all cool. So yeah. Did we lose Becky? I think we lost Becky. Oh, she's still here. Becky's still here. Adri says, in an interesting mix of cars, a 72 Datsun 240Z, a 70 Mustang Boss 302, both very cool, and a 68 Super would be very cool. Yeah, some good cars there. My family drives a lot of Fords because a bunch of them worked at Ford when we lived in Detroit, or in the Detroit area, I should say. Um, so we're kind of a Ford family, except for me. I have nothing against Fords. I own Fords too, but I get a little hell for having a Dodge. But it's the coolest car when we have a family get together. It's the coolest car sitting there. So you know, yeah, Chad. A lot of those cars, that were a few hundred or a couple thousand or a few thousand are now sky high. Yeah, I figured she'd say goodnight, but I thought maybe she dozed off on us or something. Yeah, there's lots of those cars that we had a 1959 Chevy El Camino, which was in really really rough shape and really bad shape and everything in it. But I see them now in junkyards that are way and they're worth a few $1,000s in that condition. So pretty rare car. It was 59 was the first year for the El Camino. They didn't make a lot of them. There's not very many left. So yeah, a lot of those old cars, 60s and 70s and 50s, and a lot of those cars are worth some money now. Fixer uppers in the even some that are not running junkyard kind of cars are worth a little bit of money now. So there's just not any left. And of course, there's the nice classics that are sitting around in somebody's side of their house or backyard or driveway that they are never going to touch and they're never going to do anything with it. It's rotting away and they refuse to sell it to anybody because they're going to fix it up someday. And they never do. And then they die and their kids sell it. Oh, yeah, an old Z car with a small block could be fun. Oh, yeah, I would imagine it'd be really fun. But if I had something that was old and cool and I knew I was never going to get to it, I was never going to have the time or the money or the whatever to do anything to it, I would certainly sell it to somebody who was really seriously going to do something with it. I wouldn't want to be that guy who's hanging on to that car or motorcycle or whatever it is that really should be on the road. Kind of why I sold my motorcycle was not my motorcycle wasn't a fixer up. It was a really nice, really very nice motorcycle and ready to go, but I really wasn't using it. Really wasn't. It was just sitting there collecting dust 99% of the time, and it just felt like it was time. And this young kid wanted it, and he wanted it real bad. And I was like, yeah, I think it's time to let it go because somebody could be using this thing like it was built for instead of sitting in my garage. So we've been going for what are we 49 minutes. Roy Neighbor, what's up? How's Roy doing? Hey, what are we doing? We're just kind of hanging out here. We're all doing pretty good, I think. I know I am. We're hanging out talking cars and old cars and new cars and Pontiac Fieros. Oops, sorry, Danette. And old crappy cars and old cool cars and what else we've been talking about, guys? A little bit of everything in here. We talk about whatever comes to mind. Sometimes we get off the car subject altogether, which is just fine. Sure, go ahead, Roy. Ask away. Hopefully one of us can answer it. I'm no expert. We talk about puppies. Yeah, Motley. We haven't mentioned window tint yet. Richard Rawlings of Gas Monkey Garage just bought 3 Dodge Challenger this week, 2 1971 Challengers and a 1979 Challenger, all for $35,000. Wow. Nice. Yeah, I love the old Challengers too. I like the old classic ones. And there's like a 73 sitting. I've had it in a couple of my videos. It's just here in town at a mechanic shop. I think it's for sale, but it's in really rough shape. I think somebody could do something with it though. Roy says when he shuts off his scat pack, there's an intermittent beeping sound that comes from the engine bay. It can go on for a couple hours. It's coming from the engine bay. Intermittent beeping sound from the engine bay. I don't know what that would be. Anybody know what have you Googled it? I'm assuming you've already tried that. I don't know what that would be. God, I got shoulder pain all of a sudden. I think it's a big one, guys. Yeah, you sure not a mouse? Yeah, I don't know what that would be. Beeping sound. Can't think what would make a beeping sound under there ever. Is there a bomb under there that hasn't gone off? Mike Wilkerson says maybe it's a low battery warning. What's up, Mike Wilkerson? Elizabeth. That's it. I was trying to think of the name. Yeah, Elizabeth. Coming to see you, baby. Others had it, but nowhere because I was thinking it sounds vaguely familiar in the back of my head somewhere. I think I've heard somebody else ask this question on Facebook or some online somewhere. Mike Wilkerson asked, what do you think Dodge will be doing with the redesign coming up? Well, it looks like they're going to be, well, probably a lighter car. And we'll see what they're going to power it with. There's all kinds of rumors, everything from twin turbo V6s to V8s with the hybrid assist and all kinds of crazy things. But I think for sure it's probably going to be a lighter car, but we shall see. I don't know. They're going to have a hard time because it's a very popular car now, and it's you don't want to pull a Chevy and redesign the Camaro, and everybody it comes out and it bombs and nobody likes it. And be afraid to do that with the Challenger. But yeah, they're going to have to redesign this car. They're going to have to fix it, or not fix it, but they're going to have to redesign it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm assuming smaller, lighter, quicker, unless they decide to do a Barracuda that they make smaller, lighter, quicker, and keep the Challenger as a larger traditional muscle car. I don't know. Yeah, Roy, that could be beeping. Is it like a real faint beeping sound? I don't know. What the hell? It's weird. So he said Richard paid Danette says he paid $38,000 plus a $10,000 finder fee. Yeah, that's for 3.8 Challengers. Yeah, that's a pretty good deal. Tail Happy says there's no redesign. Trust him. There's every rumor in the world. I don't have any idea. Depends on who you ask and what you read, and everyone's got different. Even the different like magazines and car sources out there in the media have different ideas of when and what it's going to be. And I'm trying to think of the car that they're going to base it on. Drawing a blank for some reason. Another FCA car, but I can't think what the hell the Julia or whatever. But they got a pretty good thing going right now. It's still selling well. They're still doing a lot of cool stuff with it. It's still got the public's interest. It's good. It's a pretty good selling car. It's passed up Camaro in sales, and I don't know if there's a real big rush to do a whole lot with it. What do you guys think of the 3 new colors this year? I love the like I've already said many times, I love the Hellraisin color. I'm in love with it. That cinnamon stick's okay, I guess. That's not really my thing, but it's kind of cool looking. And then the what's the other one? Well, I'm getting old, man. Yeah, they need more horsepower, maybe a little bit lighter. But I hope they keep it a good sized car because that's part of what I love about it is that it's a big car. So it's comfortable, it's great for trips as well as having fun. And so it's like a traditional muscle car. So instead of it being a cramped up thing like a Mustang or Camaro, not that they're totally cramped up, but they're a little bit uncomfortable. Tail Happy says, you know a guy. Is this confirmed? You know a guy that knows a guy that talked to a guy. You got to say that it was confirmed or it's not true. You have to say confirmed in the sentence somewhere. Sky One says, Joy, you met up with a bunch of Challenger owners at the car wash. You rode in with them. Hey, what's up, Sky One? You rode it to them in the cars and coffee, and we made a rumbling entrance. Oh, I bet you did. Cool. That sounds like a lot of fun, Sky. Yeah, Danette, your red eye only has a paltry 797 horsepower. Yeah. I want one of those so bad. Damn. Clint S says, are you thinking of the Dodge Angel? I don't know if the Angel's a real thing. I think they just trademarked that name so that nobody else could use it. But we don't know. Maybe they're going to do something with it. Well, sometimes car companies will do that. They'll trademark a name just because they don't want anybody else to use it, even though they don't really plan on using it. Yeah, I don't know why they changed it from Black Eye to Hellraisin. I kind of like the Black Eye color name better, but either way, it's a cool color. I guess there's some marketing department people that decided to call it something different. Maybe because it has the word black and they didn't want people to think it was the color was going to be black or something like that. I don't know. Oh, thank you, Sky. Yeah, kind of a little different video. I thought I'd just show. I may do a little bit more of that, just kind of show you guys around the area a little bit. I know that's probably not the most exciting thing in the world, but I'm one guy with one car. I'm not out buying a new car every 2 weeks like some of the channels. So I can only do so much with, so we do a little bit. Everything is car involved, and the car is always part of the video. But, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Danette. Well, maybe they're going to come up with something else that has 807 or something. Who knows? 797 is a cool sounding number, though. There's something about it kind of flows. There's 707. And then the 717 on the regular Hellcat and the 797 on the red eye. It just kind of flows. 7 on both ends. You could probably get it up over 800 pretty easy there, Danette. Sky One says, how's that spray holding up? What spray? Which spray? Oh, the Shine Armor. Yeah, it's good stuff. Works well. I really like it a lot. Really, it's good stuff. I can't say enough about it. It really is good stuff. I was surprised. I like it a lot. It's so easy to use, and you kind of got to use it to really see. But it's really good stuff. It definitely is cool stuff. So they gave me some for free, and then when I used all that up, I ended up buying more from them because I liked it that much. So. Yeah, Danette, you've got way more than me. Do you know how to shut off the weather alerts? I don't know. Oh god. Somebody come and kidnap me so I don't gotta go to work tomorrow. Yeah, tell Happy to move to a better climate. There you go. Really? Because I don't get those, Sky. I don't. There must be a setting. I don't get those. I had the Sirius, just renewed it as a matter of fact for the second time. By the way, guys, if you have Sirius Radio or Sirius XM, whatever you call it, um, and it comes up for renewal, and they send you a bill or whatever for renewal, and you don't like the price, call them and negotiate, because Kim has called both years and gotten the price like way down below what it was, what they wanted to charge us. Got the first year for free, and then both renewal years. Now the bill came. The bill didn't come, but a thing comes saying what they're going to start charging you if you keep it, and it's outrageous. And both times I was like, well, let's just cancel it. It's not worth that much money a month. And both times she called, and half hour later came back with like just a fraction of what they were asking for. So they seem very loose on their prices. Like, just call them and talk, and they'll make you some kind of deal. Just information for you if you haven't figured that already out for yourself. Anyway, I haven't tried the Waze thing. I want to try that. I need to do that. Yeah, it was, so we called them and said we don't want to do it anymore. It's way too much money, and then they come back with a much better deal. And hey, Chad, thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. Thanks for, you always show up. I really appreciate that, man, for supporting the channel and everything. You rule. So thanks a lot. Really, really appreciate that. Jackson Sale, what's up? How you doing? Huge fan. Awesome. Thanks you for supporting the channel. I appreciate that. See you, Chad. See you next week, hopefully, Chad. Cool, Jackson. Most people using Pandora mention Pandora and Sirius would drop the pants. Yeah, I like Sirius a lot. I mean, I really do, especially because I live in the middle of nowhere, as you guys can see from my videos. There's really no radio to speak of. I mean, there's a couple of country stations, and there's a talk station or two that I can pick up, which I actually like, some talk radio to listen to once in a while. I really do. I like to keep up on the news and all that crap because I'm weird. I used to watch the news when I was like 5 years old. I was obsessed with watching the news every night. But anyway, but yeah, I can't really pick up much radio, so it's kind of nice to have it because you can listen to anything you want. And I occasionally like to listen to Howard Stern, although I've kind of gotten away from that lately. But the favorites on mine are a mixture of mine and Kim's. So sometimes if you see on any of my videos, you'll see my favorites on some of them, and they'll be like the Love Channel. That's not me. That's her. And there's some country one she's got on there too, which I'm not a country guy, but Laugh USA, I have to check that out. I just like to stay in contact with the world. That's why I love the internet so much, and YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and all the social media stuff. And I also like the whole radio thing, satellite radio, because it just kind of keeps you in touch with whatever at all times. You know what's going on. If something crazy happens in the world and you're driving in the middle of a highway in the middle of Kansas somewhere, you know you're gonna. What's everybody's favorite car? My favorite car would be my favorite car be Danette's car. So, yeah. Hellcat Red Eye, Challenger Hellcat Red Eye. That would be my favorite car. X Country Adventures. Hello, what's up? Thanks for coming in. Good to see you, X Country Adventures. What's going on? We got a little crowd in here now. Nice. Can you hear the dog barking? Uh-oh. She's got to go out for her nightly bark just for a few minutes, then she'll come back in so we don't bother the neighbors too much. Sky One says, what's your best zero? My best 0 to 6 time is 4.5, and that was like a one-time shot. Usually it's about 4.9. I did get a 4.5 once. 0-0. You look like a Trump supporting cucklord. Oh. That's right. Bald-headed gun nut. Josh K. What's up, everybody? What's up, Josh? Sky, you got a 4.8 yesterday with a full tank. Cool. Come on, Zero, say something. Don't be a puss. Entertain us, boy. Four eight's pretty good with a full tank. 4.8's really good, actually, because I've only gotten like 4.9s. I got that, like I said, that one time I got a 4.5, everything just kind of clicked. I got lucky, I think, pretty much. Go for it. Finally, a troll. I've been waiting all night. Thank God. You know you're getting, you're starting to get a little bit of a thing going when you get trolls, so it's always good. You only got 800 miles? Yeah, what's anybody else getting on there? What is Danette? I wonder what Danette's best 0 to 60 time is. Zero Hero, zero, I can't say the name. Zero Hero, Heroes, or whatever. How many orgasms do you think I'll have before I die? I'm overweight, have high cholesterol, smoke, drink, and eat too much. I guess as many as you want to have. I don't know. You're 36. You got, don't worry about it. Cut back on some of the high food and some of the carbohydrates. Don't smoke so much. Josh K. Hello, what's up, Josh? Yeah, I wish I could get close to that 4.5 again, because it was, like I said, one-time thing. Everything just clicked, and I was all excited about it because it was. And then I thought, oh, okay, now I've done it again, but I haven't been able to recreate it. So it was like a one-time deal, unfortunately, but it's still fun trying. Sometimes I feel like I got a good run, and then I look down, I got like a 5. So it was terrible, but it felt good. I don't know. 0-0. Who would win in a fight? A toddler, Stephen Hawking, circa 2010. Oh man, I don't know. How old of a toddler are we talking? I mean, are we talking? I don't know, man. Jackson, don't be rude, Jackson. 2. I think I'd have to give it to the 2-year-old. I don't know. Although Hawking was smart, so he might be able to come up with some kind of a plan. He can't move, but I don't know. Yes, he passed away a while back. Everybody be civil to each other. We can be funny if we want, but let's not be jerks. You don't think wormhole his way out of a fight? Scott, have you guys seen Junkyard Dave's rebuild of a junk Hellcat? No, have not. I was talking crap about Netflix earlier, but I did see a pretty cool series on there that I just watched. Rust Valley Restorers or something like that. It was pretty cool. It wasn't the greatest show ever, but it was kind of cool. It was worth watching. They didn't show a whole lot of the actual restoration. They showed more like what cars they decided to restore and how much they got for them, and they didn't show a whole lot of the actual work being done, but it wasn't too bad. So there's a lot of stuff on there. I try to watch and I get into the first episode and I don't really get into it too much. But that one was actually, I sat there and over about 3 days or so, I ended up watching the whole eight episodes or whatever it was, 10, I don't remember, but I thought it was pretty good. Pretty cool guy. They're up in Canada. Pretty cool stuff. They're up there in oh hell, what part of Canada they were in? I can't remember now. But anyway, dry air, so the cars were well preserved. Danette's best is 3.7. That's just crazy, man. Still learning how to drive the car too. Yeah, that's awesome. Danette. Damn. I can't imagine what 3.7 must feel like. That's got to be. Calgary Rumble says Junkyard Dave's rebuild on the Hellcat is one word phenomenal. I got to check that out then, huh? Probably true, Zero Hero. The closer to the equator you are, the crappier life is. Yeah. I don't know though. If you get too far from it, the crappier life would be pretty crappy in my opinion. If you get too far north, too far towards the South Pole, either one, because you get into the Arctic. I think there's a little area there in each southern and northern hemisphere that are pretty nice to live in. You get too close to the equator, it sucks. You get too far from it, it sucks. You got to be in the right little band around each side there. I will check out that junkyard. I'm actually gonna write something down, guys. Oh, I lost my paper though. I got my pen this time. Junkyard Dave. I'll check that out, Calgary. There is some human life down on only not permanent human life, but temporary people working down there, in Antarctica and all that shit. But not right at the pole, I guess. But yeah, it's a really neat pen. Yeah, sometimes people don't see the potential in something when you get it. You got to, if you're going to restore something or build something or whatever, you have to be able to see the vision, what it's going to be when you get done. And a lot of people are like, what the hell are you going to do with that thing? I can't show all my tattoos, but a couple. I used to watch NFL, so I was a Bronco fan. I don't watch NFL anymore, but Bronco fan. Got a few things. I got some up here. Yeah, a lot of bad decisions. You're right, Josh. Danette Sunby, you ran a 12.2 quarter mile at 124. Don't know how to drive for full potential. Yeah, sweet. That's good though for just yeah. Damn, that's really fast. Crap. Motley's gonna get a tattoo of Brad Pitt's face on your face. That might work. You'll have chicks all over you. Oh, Jackson. I stole this off of a dead body in a graveyard. I was bored one night drinking Mad Dog 2020. Crazy shit happens. See you later, Jackson. Thank you, universe, for bringing me trolls. That's right. I got all that crap in my car. I got gum, breath mints, and what did I have? Four different options on dental floss. I didn't realize it had that much crap in there. My town is haunted. I think there is some haunted areas around here. Danette has a red eye, Hellcat red eye, Sky. Yeah, it's a fast car. Like she said, she's not. Especially when you're just starting to learn the car and driving it and stuff. That's super fast. That's some good times. You guys want to see me dance? You don't, believe me. That says you got to teach your dog to drive. Guarantee better reaction time. Sky drove a wide body Hellcat and was in awe. I want to drive one so bad. Or a wide body Scat Pack for that matter. I think the wide bodies look really, really cool. Love them. They just look so, I don't know, there's just something about them. Oh, yeah. Those on ramps are fun, I bet. They're fun enough just in my regular Scat Pack. They're fun. I can imagine in that. It's got to be 10 times the amount of fun. Yeah, that's right. I got the photo. Yep. 2019 wide body Scat Pack, white. I want another car. Dang it. But we're going to buy a Prius first. So, oh well, we'll see. Oh, gosh. This guy's thinking of louvers and graphics. Cool. I can't decide on, I don't know. I don't know if I like the louvers or not. Sometimes I think I like them, and other times I think, I don't know. But that's what's cool. Everybody has, different taste and everything. I hate when I go on these, like some of these, like Facebook Mopar rooms or whatever you want to call them, Challenger, Charger, stuff, whatever. And everybody, they jump on for doing things with the car that they don't like, It'd be really, really boring if we all like to do the same things to our cars. We'd all be driving around in the same damn car. What fun would that be? So it's cool that people like different things that they want to do to their car. Whether even the guys who, put the giant wheels and stuff on them, it's not my thing, but hey, they're taking care of it. It's what they want. It's their money. It's their car. It's their taste. They're good for them. And it's cool that we can go out and go to car shows or car meets or whatever, cruising and stuff, all that stuff. And you're online or whatever and see everybody's different styles. That's what makes it cool. Everybody's got their own idea of what they like. Don't know, Tail Happy. I don't know. Yeah, keep the sun out of that back window would be nice. I also want to get tinted windows so that I can keep some of the sun out too. But There we go, talking about tinted windows again. I need to have all you guys send me a video telling Kim that we need to tint the windows, and then I'll make a video collaboration of the videos you guys send me, and then I'll send it to her in her messenger or something to watch. You guys can all tell her how important it is to have tinted windows. Oh, cool. Drone footage of you driving. I really want to get some drone footage. I'd like to get a drone, but damn, I don't know. Yeah, I want to lower my car too. That would be really awesome, but they look so good when they're lowered a little bit. But I'm going to do some minor things coming up. I'm going to do the Hellcat lower airbox, probably strut tower brace, maybe front and back. I don't know. A few minor things coming up. And then we'll see. We will see. We should have it paid off very soon. So then I might feel a little bit better about doing some crazy shit or crazy stuff to it when it's totally paid off. I don't know. Yeah, there you go, Motley. I could hire one of you guys to steal the car, take it. I'll give you the money to have the windows done and money to steal it. And then you just bring it back. The tint fairy stole it, brought it back. You could do one of those things where, like, the little fad where people were stealing people's lawn ornaments, like the pink flamingos in the lawn or the yard gnome, and then taking it on vacation with them, taking pictures of it all over the country or wherever they went on vacation, and then putting it back in the person's yard when they're done with the photos of all the places that went with them. You could do that with my car and have it tinted while you're at it. Yeah, I don't want to get super. Hey, Clint, what's up, man? I don't want to go too dark. I'd do the legal, which is I think 35 here in Nebraska. Because first of all, I don't want to get any more attention at my car from police officers as it already gets, and also, yeah, I wouldn't want to go too dark because it's just not. I don't want to push the limits of safety too much either. You know, it's the most important thing is being able to see out of the car. But you know, regular street legal tint isn't. The visibility is perfectly fine. It just looks a little better. It keeps a little bit of the sun and stuff out of the car. So yeah, I think it's 35% in Nebraska. I think most states are. I think there's some states where I think you can't have any tint, but there's a chair over here. There's an old recliner over here in this room. Hey, Robert Moore, what's going on, Robert Moore? How's it going? Been a while. There's a chair to my right over here, and I'm in this room all alone with the door closed. I just, out of the corner of my eye, there was a human being sitting in that chair. There's a ghost in here, man. I swear there was a human sitting there. I was like, that was weird. I'm a little freaked out now, guys. Maybe it's the allergy medicine. How's it going, Robert? No, he wasn't wearing a Mopar hat. I just saw it looked like he had white pants on. Maybe it was Colonel Sanders. Did the flag move? Did it really? Well, I do have a ceiling fan going. That was weird. Strange. The tent fairy. That's right. Call him the Ghost Patrol. It could be haunted. It's kind of an old house. I don't know. Ooh, almost an hour and a half. That went by quick. Damn. We've been on here a while. It didn't get cut off this time. Awesome. The net says 30 to 35%. I think so too. I don't want to get too crazy with it. Just make it look a little better, keep a little bit of the sun out, and do what it's supposed to do, but still be totally safe. Sky says, speaking of Ghost, anyone know someone who makes graphics that are reflective? I was going to go with Ghost graphics like they have on the cop cars now. Yeah, I don't know. That can't be too hard to find, though. I bet there's somebody out there. Can't think who would. I don't know of anybody. But I bet you could find it pretty easy. There's so many people out there doing stuff like that now. There you go. The net has a suggestion. See, that's what's also cool about the room. Everybody can help each other out, finding or with advice or stuff they need or where to get it or what might be wrong with their car or good deals on cars that someone might be wanting to buy. What did people do before the internet when they needed to find obscure things? Yeah, the old classifieds, I guess. But even then, that wasn't very, it's amazing the massive amount of information available to us now. Yeah, the phone book, those even exist anymore? I think they do, but yeah, they're pretty useless. Yeah, the phone book and classifieds and yeah, like bulletin boards and stuff at stores. But yeah, man, back in the day, now we're just inundated with information. We can basically learn anything we want to for free. If there's anything you want to know how to do or know about, you can learn it. Anything you need to find, if it's out there, it's going to be on, it's pretty cool. I think phone books are mostly used for, I don't know. I haven't even seen one. I think we still have one here. I think it comes out once a year, but it's like, there's nothing in it. I used to work in a building back in the early 90s, I guess, that the whatever the hell the phone book was called, the advertising people worked on one of the floors, and there was a whole bunch of salesmen. That was their job, was selling ads in the phone book. So that was their full-time job, was selling ads out of that, for the phone book. So that's right. I had a phone booth in my video today, a real old school walk-in phone booth. For phone books. That's right. I think my parents might have done that when I was really little. I think they did deliver phone books for when we first moved from Michigan to Colorado. There was a transitional period where we were just getting set up in Colorado and everybody wasn't exactly working actual real 100% jobs yet. And there was some phone book delivery going on and a couple of car paper routes and things like that for a few months until everybody got set up doing what they were doing. Yeah, Chilton Manual for Cars. Had a guy the other day asking in the store about he's putting a serpentine belt on a Pontiac G6, I think it was. He was wanting to know if I could find a diagram or whatever for him. He was a little confused about something, and I just showed him YouTube. I said, "Here, there's a couple of videos of guys doing it on YouTube." He's like, "Oh, I didn't think about that." The net used to be able to tear one in half. Wow. Old Quest phone booth. Yeah, Quest was the name of the company that the floor of people that were salesmen for the phone book was Quest. I was trying to remember the damn name of it. In Colorado Springs, Colorado, Quest. Motley used to sit on him until he got tall. They could come in emergency toilet paper, things like that. Door stops, propping things up, starting fires. Yeah, you put your monitor up on it, get it up there a little bit. Yeah, I have not bought an auto. I used to buy those all the time just to kind of dream and stuff and glance through them. And then there's a couple free ones around here, not Auto Trader, but I forget what they're called, but which I find it weird that people advertise in there, but they do. There's people still putting their cars in. There's a couple like this part of Nebraska locally. One of them, I forget what they're even called, but there's two different ones. I still pick one up because they're free, and I'll still glance through it real quick, just out of curiosity. But I do find it hard to believe those are still around, and people still pay to put their car in there because you got Car Gurus and a million places to sell your car online now. So yeah, Car Gurus is the best website for cars that there is. I love that website. It's so easy to use. It all makes sense. Yep, Craigslist, all the Facebook, marketplace stuff, Craigslist, eBay. It's been a while since I used eBay for any vehicles, but last time I used it, I think it was free to list it. You only had to pay anything if you sold the car on there. So I don't know. They change their fees all the time, so that may be different now. But the last time I think I sold a motorcycle on there a few years ago, and it was free to list it for as long as I wanted to. The only fee was when it sold. And it wasn't that much, so it was actually pretty good nationwide and everything, or worldwide. Sky One, you worked at the whole deal over the phone with the dealer in South Carolina. Just went down there and signed the paperwork and picked it up. Yeah, you can do everything like that now. It's amazing. You see a lot of that on YouTube. People buying cars other parts of the country, just get down there and drive it back or have it shipped or whatever. So yeah, JC Whitney, they still exist, I think. So yeah, got all those old catalogs and stuff. Sky One, your car sticker was 55,700. You got it for 45. That's really good. Heck yeah, nice, man. Yeah, all those old catalogs and all those old classified ad things and different magazines and things have changed. A lot of the internet's put a lot of stuff out of business, but it's created a lot of great business as well. So things change, things shift. I think overall it's been good for pretty much everything, for the economy and for everybody, really. I mean, it has hurt some people who kind of fell behind the behind the curve when they didn't see it coming and didn't jump on board quick enough. But places like Sears and Kmart and things like that, they didn't jump onto the internet thing way back 20 years ago when they should have. They waited too long and they became irrelevant. So I just wonder if eventually, like car dealerships, we talked about this before. I think car dealerships and all that will kind of become a thing of the past as well. You'll just be buying cars online direct through some kind of a, take the middleman out of the situation or whatever, pretty much. I don't know if that's right around the corner, but I bet you eventually, like our kids and stuff like that, will be buying things that way more than going to a dealership. And the dealerships will be more like service centers, I think. Sky one says wide bodies are the shizzle. I love the wide bodies. Yep, Amazon car sales. I think a lot of people prefer to be able to buy, you know, not so much face to face. Because I think for a lot of people, I don't, I was I'm intimidated, but I dread going to car lots and talking to car salesmen just because it's just annoying sometimes. It depends on the person you get, but it can be just kind of like, oh God, I wonder how this is going to go, And, if you could do it semi anonymously or whatever, I think a lot of people would be really, really happy with that. Kind of take your time and look over everything, get everything exactly the way you want it, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, Robert Moore. Yeah, those big empty malls and stuff. That would be cool. Danette, it is past my bedtime. You must have read my mind. I was just checking the clock and thinking about work in the morning. So Calgary says that's why I formed a channel and make videos the way you do to avoid the salesman. Yeah. Yeah, buying a car is exhausting. It wears you out. They wear your butt out, and it's kind of annoying in a lot of ways. Even if you get a good person and they're nice and cool, and still, it's just it is the shopping. It starts out being kind of fun, and then at least for me, it starts out being kind of fun, and then turns into oh my god, by the time it's all over. And I'm still getting email. We bought the car 2 years ago. We bought the car over 2 years ago. We took delivery of it almost exactly 2 years ago. Which, by the way, I'll be making a 2 year video here in a few days when the date comes that we got the car. But I'm still getting emails and stuff from other car dealers who I visited or talked to online or called or whatever. I still get like every couple days an email from one of those dealerships, either about some car or how can we help you? Are you still looking? It's been over 2 years. Yeah, I'm still looking. I know that stuff just gets sent out automatically or whatever, but it's fine. Yeah, we're pen pals. It's I know they're just doing business. They're just trying to make money. That's fine with me, but it's like, oh man, come on. Well, I think I'm gonna roll, guys, and get out of here. Go get my stuff ready for work in the morning and probably lay in bed and maybe see if I can catch anybody else's live streams that might still be going on here. Yeah, Sky, that's a good idea. Have a different number for all that kind of stuff that you're gonna basically get spammed on and emailed on and all that stuff all the time. Junkyard, I will check that out. Junkyard, I will check out that. I wrote it down. Junkyard Dave. I'll check it out. Thanks everybody for being here, man. I really appreciate all you guys supporting the channel so much and keeping the chat going. You guys rule. Thanks, Becky. Good night, Becky. Good night, Sky. Good night, Calgary and Motley and everybody else that's here. Tail happy. Okay. See everybody next week, maybe before, and I'll be making some videos too. So take care, guys. And we got the 2-year review thing coming up here and shortly because it's been almost exactly 2 years I've had the car. So hard to believe. Take care, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you all very, very much. You rule, guys. Thanks. Whoops. I just about knocked my computer over.